Here's the moisture control sequence that every inspector needs to understand. Air sealing comes first. Vapor control comes second. And in this training, we're going to learn why this order matters and where vapor retarders actually help once you've got the bigger issues under control. Stopping air leaks by thoroughly air sealing the building envelope is the most important step for limiting water vapor damage. Remember the 98% rule? Most moisture moves with the air, so seal the air pathways first. But even after that's been addressed, water vapor can still move through building components by diffusion, driven by pressure and temperature differences. That's where vapor diffusion retarders come into play as the second line of defense. Once you've got air sealing handled, vapor diffusion retarders can help control moisture in 6 key locations, and each one presents different challenges and opportunities. First one, basements, where ground moisture and temperature differences create vapor drive issues. Ceilings, especially important in cold climates where warm air rises and meets cold surfaces. Crawl spaces, where controlling ground moisture evaporation is really important. Floors, well, that's particularly over unconditioned spaces. Slab-on-grade foundations, where ground moisture can diffuse up through concrete, and walls, the most complex application because climate drives placement strategy. Each of these locations has different vapor drives and different installation requirements. A crawl space vapor retarder over dirt is straightforward. You're stopping massive ground moisture evaporation. A wall vapor retarder is much more complex. Placement depends on whether vapor drive is primarily inward or outward in your climate. And the key here is vapor retarders work best when they're controlling the dominant vapor drive direction for that specific location and climate. Why does the sequence matter? Because air sealing and vapor control can work together or against each other. If you install vapor retarders without proper air sealing, you might trap air-transported moisture in building assemblies. If you air seal without considering vapor diffusion, you could be creating pressure imbalances that drive more diffusion. When you do them in the right order, air sealing first, then vapor control, each system supports the other. As home inspectors, you can recognize the vapor retarders in all these applications and then evaluate whether they're appropriate for the specific situation or not. Is that crawl space vapor retarder continuous and properly sealed? Is that basement vapor retarder on the right side of the wall for the climate or not? Are the ceiling vapor retarders creating moisture problems, trapping moisture? Understanding the applications of these helps you ask the right questions about what you're seeing during your visual inspection. Here's your inspection mindset. When you see vapor retarders, evaluate them as part of the complete moisture control system. Are they working with or against other management strategies? Are they appropriate for the climate and specific application? Do they have the support of proper air sealing? A vapor retarder by itself isn't good or bad. It's effective or problematic, depending on how it fits into the overall moisture management strategy. Different locations have different code requirements and different climate-driven needs. What works in a basement might not work in a wall. What's required in Minnesota might be prohibited in Florida. Your regional knowledge of appropriate vapor retarder applications really becomes critical for effective inspections and client communication. So just remember the sequence. Air sealing first stops the big moisture movement. Vapor retarders second control the remaining diffusion. When you see both strategies working together, you're looking at a comprehensive moisture control system. When you see gaps in either one, you can explain the implications to your clients.